Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are going through my bronzers. So I have quite a few stacks of bronzers here. I've got makeup wipes standing by. So my plan here, I don't really think I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of these. Some of them, yes, because I've had them for forever and they probably should get tossed. And those ones I'm iffy about, I will be swatching to see if the pigmentation's still on par. But otherwise, a lot of these are brand new because I just recently expanded my bronzer collection. Over the summer, I bought a ton. So I'm just going to kind of go through them, separate out the new ones. If you guys are dying to see an in-depth bronzer swatch video, tell me down below in the comments. I'm happy to do one. I just figured it'll be easier to do my blush, bronzer, and highlights all in one giant video because many of them are newer, so they won't be disappearing. So I'm going to start in the back here with these oversized. I've got the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, and that's what this one looks like. It's brand new. It's not going anywhere. I haven't even taken the plastic out. I haven't even used it yet. So there's that one. The NYX California Beamin', and this one is in the shade The Golden One. I've only used it a couple of times, but I wasn't a big fan of it when I used it, so I am going to declutter and donate that. The IT Cosmetics Ombré Radiance Bronzer, I haven't had a chance to use yet. It is also brand new. This is in the shade Warm Radiance. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It in the shade Light. Again, brand new drugstore option. The Makeup Revolution Mega Bronzer in the shade 01 Cool. Again, brand new. Like I said, a lot of these really have not been used yet, so, you know. The Kiko Milano Ocean Feel Bronzer in Warm Honey. I actually really like this bronzer a lot. Just test the pigmentation here. And that's about on par. It's a very lightweight bronzer, easily buildable, so this one's still okay. Okay, I'm going to keep one of these and get rid of one of these. So this is my original one, which is quite old at this point, a few years old. And I probably should get rid of it because, one, it's broken, so it can't even stay collapsed properly. I'm not even holding that in frame. It just kind of breaks open. It doesn't snap because I broke the closure. This is in the shade Light Bronze, so I'm going to get rid of this because I now have the shade Eternal Summer, which is a little bit darker. This one, while it was a great shade, was actually on the really light side for me. So I decided to grab this one instead to test. That's quite a shade difference. But these are pretty lightweight bronzers, so yay. Plus, I wanted some darker options in my collection. I have the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, which I haven't used yet. I bought it to test out because this used to be like everyone's favorite at the drugstore, along with this one, the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. Everyone used to love this one too, so I bought them to test out. The Makeup Revolution Bronzer Reloaded in the shade Long Weekend was a purchase over the summer. This is an older one. The Lorac Tantalizer Buildable Bronzing Powder in the shade Pool Party. This is older. I've had it for a few years. Now let me go ahead and swatch this. And that's pretty on par. This one is really broken. This is the Milani, what is this called? Silky Matte Bronzing Powder. I guess I broke it at some point. I don't remember this because I haven't used it yet, but it's brand new and it's already broken, but keeping it. My OG, the Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer in the shade Palm Island. I love this bronzer. It's great. It is such an amazing bronzer. Test to see. Again, pretty on par with it. Let me see if it's got any weird smell. Nope, no weird smell. Like I said, there probably won't be many disappearing from these blush bronzer videos, but, you know. This is one I go over the summer, the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sunkissed. Brand new, hasn't been touched. The bareMinerals Endless Summer Bronzer in Faux Tan, which is a very cool toned bronzer, so I'm thinking it's going to be great for contouring instead, but we'll test it out. This guy, the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dolce. I love this bronzer. It's one of the best at the drugstore in my opinion. There's not a whole ton of shades available, but the ones that are great. And that is on par with that. That's really all I'm testing these. If any of these have a weird pigmentation problem or a weird smell, that's more what I'm looking for. But you know, I finally got around to purchasing this, the Hoola Lite bronzer, just because I am paler. I haven't used it. I did take the brush out because I haven't used the Benefit brushes, so I already removed that, but this is brand new. The Balm Cosmetics Bahama Mama. This bronzer is way too dark for me, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of it. I actually used this over the summer in a My Sister Picks My Makeup video. I think she picked this, so I'm going to get rid of that bronzer. I have 3 brand new versions of the Too Faced bronzers. So I have the Milk Chocolate Soleil, the Sun Bunny, and the Chocolate Soleil. So I am going to go ahead and keep these 3. I bought these during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty because they were 50% off. And I used to love them back with the old packaging, so I figured I'd try them out with the new packaging. This is also a new purchase, the Buxom Staycation Vibes Bronzer in the shade Rooftop Tan, which is great. I have tried. The Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 100. Again, hasn't been used. A lot of these I've opened, but I haven't used. The IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Bronzer in the shade Beach. I've used this a couple of times. It's been a while, though. Let me just go ahead and really quickly swatch this. Okay. And we'll swatch it here. Oh, that's a great bronzer color. Why have I not used this? I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe there's a reason, and I just don't remember it. We have the Lancome Star Bronzer Natural Glow in Solaire. This was a purchase over the summer, brand new. The bareMinerals Invisible Bronzer in Fair to Light. Again, one of my most used bronzers. Let me go ahead and swatch this with this finger. This is a baked bronzer, so it is more along the lines of that Milani bronzer, but oh, it's great. I love this bronzer. It's amazing. This is a new purchase, the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blends in Sunkissed. I don't even think, have I opened this? I haven't. This is the first time it's been opened, so brand new purchase to test out. And I know some of these are not new items, but they're new to me. This also has not been opened. This is the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Bronzer in Sunkissed Beam. It's even still sealed here on the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to that to be tested. I have 3 of the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzers. We have Sunset Striptease, Ticket to Brazil, and Palm Beach Ready. I know one of these... don't have anywhere left to swatch. Okay. So I'm actually going to get rid of Ticket to Brazil because it is so pale it doesn't even show up on my hand. I swatched it right here. Can you even see that next to the others? So I'm going to get rid of Ticket to Brazil. I'll donate it, see if someone else can get some use out of it. And I will go ahead and keep the other 2, which are darker, better shades for me. I have 3 Fenty bronzers here. I have one of the powder bronzers. This is the Stalk'r bronzer in Inda, which I like. It's a great bronzer. Then I have 2 of the cream ones, which I just purchased over the summer. We have Biscuit. And then we have Amber, which is more contoury colored. So I picked one for like bronzing, one for contouring. And for the last stack, my OG favorite highlight of all time, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Nude Bronze Light. Love this. I am not getting rid of this. I know it works fine because it's the one I grab every day, and I still am nowhere near hitting pan on this, which is incredible. And then I have 3 NARS bronzers. This one is new as of this summer. This is the Matte Bronzer in Vallarta. So I haven't tried it yet. Hoping it's good because I like a matte bronzer. And then I have Seaside and Laguna in the Sun Diffused bronzers. I am actually going to swatch these 2 really quickly. So let's do Laguna first. Hold on, let me just really quickly clean my... Oh, you know what? I can use my other hand. I'm an idiot. I'm going to swatch these using my other fingers. Okay, because that wasn't picking up anything. Okay, there we go. We've picked up some product now. Okay, so that's the Laguna one. And picked up some of Seaside. And there's Seaside. Why does Seaside look darker than Laguna? I mean, they're both swatching and working fine, so I'll be keeping those. So in the end, I'm only getting rid of 4 bronzers and keeping, I don't even know how many. I'll have the total right here for you guys, what the percentages I'm getting rid of, but 4 is good considering I didn't think any would be gone. So I will take that. So I'm going to go ahead, stick my bronzers back in the drawer, and put these in my donate pile and be right back with all my highlights. Okay guys, so here we have all my highlighters. So yeah, let's go ahead and start diving into these. So let's start with the cream ones first, which are kind of this half. So first up, I have the LA Girl Luminous Glow Skin Illuminator. I actually would qualify this more as like a primer for me rather than a highlight. So I'm actually going to move this to my primer drawer, but I am going to keep it. So for now, it'll stay in the keep pile, but I'll move it. The ABH Liquid Glow in the shade Perla. I've had this a while. It still smells okay. And it still swatches beautifully. This is a repurchase. The NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in Sunbeam. Which again, no smell to it. Let's see how it swatches. Also swatches fine. Gonna really quickly clean my hand off because I didn't get all the bronzer off. Next, I have the Revlon Photo Ready Instafix Highlighting Stick in Pink Light, which seems to swatch just fine. This was a new purchase over the summer, the Burt's Bees All Aglow Makeup Stick in Opal Mist. These are a little odd since they have like a core at the center to keep them hydrated, so they're a little slick. It's kind of hard to see where I just put that, but it's actually right here. It's more of like, this would be something for like a no makeup day because this has no color to it. It's more of just that wet look to it. Would have been great for the summer had I known. I have 2 of the ColourPop light sticks. I have the shade Earth, U-R-T-H, which is that one right there. And then I have the shade Starbright, which is more champagne next to that pink. So both of those are great and they're newer, so we'll go ahead and keep them. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Illuminator in the shade When the Nude Strikes, which is pretty. Right there. And the LA Girl Velvet Highlight Contour Stick in the shade Radiance. It's not as shimmery, but it's got a nice glow. I have 2 of the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Cooling Glow Stick in Opal Dream. Ooh, I love how that felt, actually. Opal Dream and So Guilty. Oh, these feel amazing on my hands. Ooh, I like that. Are there more shades of that? I just like it for that feeling. This I'm actually going to get rid of. This is the L'Oreal True Match Glow More Boosting Drops in Daybreak. This was just terrible. And I felt like this came empty, like nothing gets picked up. It feels like this whole bottle is just empty. And this was a recent purchase over the summer, and I was just kind of disappointed that like nothing gets sucked up into this dropper. So you see how it's like empty? Do you see that? Is that going to focus? There it goes. So there's nothing in there. So if I go ahead, squeeze the dropper as tight as I can into here, inject it, like nothing comes up. It's a little weird, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I'm just going to touch both of these Physician formulas to make sure they're okay. I have the shade Pearl, still feels good, and Iridescence, which also still feels good, and both of them swatch just fine, which they look like that. These are really great, and I feel like everyone overlooks them for the shadow, for the ColourPop Super Shock highlighters instead, which is kind of sad. I'm going to save the Super Shocks for the end, or the ColourPops for the end, just because I've also got these over here, some of which are also Super Shock formula. So I have 2 of the Wet n Wild Mega Glow powders in I'm So Lit and You Glow Girl. One's more pinky, one's more champagne. They're both staying. I also have the Wet n Wild Mega Jelly highlighter. I don't know if this is still okay. Oh, this hasn't been opened. I'm going to go with this is still okay since I haven't even touched it yet. I just broke the seal. I just haven't used it. I'll have to test this out. That answers that question. The Makeup Revolution Triple Baked Highlighter in Goddess of Love. I think this was a recommendation from the Taylor, who is now Taylor Wynn here on YouTube. She's one of my favorites. This is a beautiful one, and it still swatches okay. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me just, no weird smells, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. These ABH highlighters are so chunky and so glittery. These 2 shades don't even work for me, and the one that does is chunky. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all 3 and donate. I repurchased my OG, the Becca Skin Perfecting Highlighter in Moonstone. It's been so long since I've had this. Let's go ahead and swatch it. It feels like years since I've had this. It's gorgeous. Again, I was doing a throwback video, so this guy's back. I also bought over the summer the Clinique Powder Pop in Lunar Pop, which is like this beautiful champagne kind of color, like pink champagne almost. I have the Maybelline Master Chrome in Molten Pearl, Melted Pearl. There's no name on it, but I know that that's the shade name. This I bought over the summer too. Hasn't even been touched yet. Keeping him. I have 2 of the Lorac powdered highlights. I love these. I do. These are technically only good for 18 months. I've had them for about 3.5, 4 years now, so I am going to go ahead and part with both. There's nothing wrong with either one. They still work fine, but I would just feel better if I went ahead and donated them because I have so many more in my collection now that I use. Or maybe I should keep one. You know what? I'm going to keep Moonlight and donate Starlight. Woohoo. I just have so many of this like champagne color and not a lot pink. I also have this e.l.f. Baked Highlight in the shade Moonlight Pearls. It's a great drugstore alternative. It's not my favorite. I bought this originally like 6 or 7 years ago. Not this one, a different one. On the recommendation of someone who's no longer on YouTube. And I bought it to retest it out, and I just wasn't impressed with it anymore. It just wasn't great, so I am going to go ahead and donate this. I have the IT Cosmetics Hello Light Creme in the shade Radiance. And this is like a cream, like dewy, wet looking highlight. It's gorgeous. Just got it over the summer, so I've been playing around with it. I have the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Whisper of Guilt. I never got around to trying these when they used to be huge, these MAC ones. So I decided to go with Whisper of Guilt because, one, I know people who are paler than me that say they love this. So even though it looks super dark, they're all like, oh no, you still gotta try it, you still gotta try it. And if I have a light hand with it and I've paired it with the right makeup, it should work. But I'm gonna hold on to this to keep testing. Oh, this is hard. My Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizers. I love both of these. They're both gorgeous. I have shade 1, which is more nude, and then shade 2, which is more pinky. Do these still swatch okay? These still swatch beautifully. I mean, like, really beautifully. Honestly, I don't want to part with either one. Yeah, I'm keeping them. They're staying. Woohoo. These two are new. The Benefit Cookie and Tickle highlights. Since these are both new, I will be keeping both of them. Along with this Revlon Skin Lights in the shade Daybreak Glimmer is new. I have 3 of the Wet n Wild highlights, and I'm going to keep all 3 of them. I've got Blossom Glow, Precious Petals, and Bloom Time. I'm going to go ahead and donate this Laura Geller Baked Brulee Highlighter in Twisted Coconut. And I'm going to keep these 3 Essence highlighters. I've got Space Lighter, Cosmo Lighter, and Pure Nude, the original. Next, I have this Milani Baked Highlighter in Dolce Perla, which is a new one. New to me. I also have the Milani Afterglow Strobe Light in Afterglow, which is a great drugstore one. The e.l.f. highlighter in White Gold. I'm just not a fan of this either, so I am going to go ahead and get rid of it. The Makeup Revolution Highlighter Reloaded in Just My Type is a newer one I will keep. The Gerard Cosmetics Star Powder in Grace. I love this. It's staying. This Flesh highlighter I was not a big fan of, and I probably won't reach for it, so I might as well declutter it. This is in the shade Jump. Both of my NARS highlighters are staying. I have the shades Fort de France and Capri. The ABH Amrezy highlights. Does this still swatch okay? Oh, that still swatches beautifully. It can stay. The Hourglass Incandescent Strobe Light will stay. The Burberry Fresh Glow Highlighter in Nude Glow can also, actually, how does this feel? It doesn't have a good payoff anymore, so you know what? I am actually going to declutter this. I can't believe I'm saying that. I loved this highlighter. Somehow, I don't know how, I still have both of these. I thought I decluttered one of these in the past. I have Fuego and Mira. These were the Desi Katie highlighters. I'm going to declutter both because I just don't reach for them. Same for the I Love Saturday E1 in Soulmate is also going to go. So we are officially down to ColourPop. The 3 Princess highlighters are all going to stay. So we've got Horse and Carriage, Big Tough Girl, and Coronation are all going to stay. The Villain ones, I'm just going to check and touch each one really quickly to make sure they're okay. Hands down, my most used of those 6 is the Maleficent one. It is an amazing one. And now we're down to my cream ColourPop shadows. So we've got Double Down, feels okay. These I'm literally just touching. Scrumptious, Lunch Money, Stole the Show. As long as these feel squishy, they are staying. Thimble. Flexitarian. And Monster, which is brand new and hasn't even been touched yet, but we'll swatch him anyway. Ta-da! So those are all going to stay. I didn't think any of them would be an issue. So, woohoo! So all in all, I did the math. I am keeping 58, getting rid of 12 highlighters. So that leaves me with getting rid of about 17% roughly, which is pretty good. Oh wait, 13. So hold on. 13 out of 71, 18%. So, which is pretty good. Again, like I said with the bronzers, I wasn't expecting to really get rid of that many, but I will take 18%. So I'll go ahead and for most of these, I should be able to donate them. This one I will just be throwing out, but the rest will probably be donated for other people to get to use. Okay, so like I've said in all the rest of these declutters, if you guys have enjoyed my videos, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. If you haven't already, please make sure to go ahead and click right up here and check out my declutter playlist of all the videos I have ever done on decluttering here on my channel. There are quite a few. And while you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next declutter in this, which is probably going to be blushes. And as always, I welcome all your questions, comments, concerns, suggestions for videos down below in the description, in the comment section, not the description box. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.